Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, before we start, I want to show you something. Woohoo! I got some AirPods today, so hopefully that means the sound quality is better. So we'll just kind of shake it and see, hey? If you don't know me, my name is Linda, and I have been running a daily course for making a Rewena Sourdough Starter Bug. And so every day, what are we up to now? We're up to, is it day 5 or is it day 6? I think it could be day 5. We started it on Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Day 6. Wow. How cool is that? And then on the 7th day, we are going to make some bread. So we're going to do that. And the 7th day will be tomorrow. Yeah, so that is absolutely fantastic. So every day what we've been doing is I have been grabbing our Rewena bug, we have been feeding it, and we just had a kind of a short conversation just about, we've had some questions. And as I've been saying right through this conversation, I've talk a lot, so right at the beginning of this is when we're going to do the business, and then I'll answer any questions or anything like that after this. So you only have to look at the front part of this, the first couple of minutes, and then you can go about your business and go about your day. So we've got, this is our bug that we started on Sunday, and we have been feeding it every day. So today what we're going to do is going to be no different from any other day, is that we are going to be feeding it with half a cup of flour, half a cup of lukewarm water, and I'm going to put some sugar in it as well. Sugar is absolutely optional. You do not need to put sugar into your Rewena bug. I like a nice sweet loaf of bread, so that's why I put a little bit of sugar in. Also, you'll find when you put sugar in, your bug becomes quite active. Okay, so it's eating the sugar, is you know, it's kind of getting quite active in there. So that's what we're going to do today. And I have got a little surprise for you as well, which I will show you in just one moment. Now, I'm just wondering whether or not to show you the bug, or whether or not. So I've had a couple of questions in regards to the bug. People have been asking me about it. So there's a couple of things. One of them, if you've got liquid in your bug, so if you've had that separation and you've got a dark coloured liquid that's on top, just drain that off. You can put that back into the garden if you want. So just drain that off. We don't need that. And it could be quite discoloured. So, but don't worry about it at all. If you think that your bug is going flat, and it's not, there's no activity, don't worry about that. If there's got some little bubbles in there, then it's going. So you just have to be very, very patient with your bug. Just be patient. So my bug in here has got, I'm going to show you. Can you look at that? So we've got bubbles in there. It smells, I'm going to say bittersweet. It smells slightly, you know, sour, but not like vinegar. Okay, some people have contacted me and said their bug smells like vinegar. Put some more, just feed a little bit more, it starts to hungry. So we've got a half cup of flour. I'm going to put this, that's 1/8 of a cup of raw sugar, and then I'm going to put my half cup of water in there, and that's all I'm going to do. Then I'm going to mix it up, put the lid back on, make sure all the flour is mixed, give it a really, really good mix, so make sure it's really mixed in really well. And then you put the lid on, and then that's it. If you wanted to, and I did say you could use this bug now if you want, but hey, let's grow ourselves a nice robust bug that we can use when we make our loaf of bread. So some of the questions that I have been asked, one of them was around the liquid that sits on your bug, and I said just drain that liquid off. and still keep on feeding your bug. Some people are a bit worried that they might have overfed your bug. Don't worry about that. That's fine. You're not overfeeding your bug. I have put in there quite, well, not strict, but half a cup of this, half a cup of that. And that's just because people like weights and measurements. When I'm actually feeding my own bug, I put a cup of this and maybe a little bit of that. Sometimes I might just put flour in and I don't have water. So it's really flexible. This is a really, really flexible bug. So don't get too worried about things, okay? Just don't get too worried about stuff. It's going to be okay. So don't worry about that. Where do you store your bug? So I leave my bug on the bench. Now, just so you know, and also we have people that watch from the Northern Hemisphere and you're going into summer, which is lovely and it's warm and all those good things. But these bugs will attract fruit flies. So make sure that it's covered. And I have got a tea towel, as you can see, that's on top of my bug. So make sure that the bug is covered. But there will be fruit flies and they will try to get in. So just be really aware of that in the warmer temperatures. And us in the Southern Hemisphere, we're about to start to go into winter. I keep my bug, if I'm cooking anything on the stove, I will put my bug next door to the oven in the stove and just kind of gives it a little bit of a warm up. I use my bugs every day, so I make bread every single day, and that's so I just leave it there. If I've got something warm going on, I'll just put that there. But you know what, these are actually really quite robust things. They're just fickle, but they are actually robust. So just relax and remember, everything takes time. Bread making is not something to do if you want to get from A to B in the fastest way possible. Not when you're building a bug. You remember that these bugs are going to last you. They can last you a lifetime. They'll last you generations. So if you just take your time now while you're building it, just relax, just take your time, and then we'll make a loaf of bread. But don't be in a rush, because if you're in a rush, go and buy a loaf of bread. The love is in the care that we take when we're actually creating this. This is ensuring sustenance for your family. Okay, so remember, when you have a bug and when you know how to make Rewena bread, your family will never ever go hungry. And that's a really amazing thing. That is the objective that I have for running these courses. It's the objective that I have for sharing my recipe with everyone. Now I'm going to show you something. It's a surprise. This is a loaf of freshly baked Rewena bread. Okay? And this is the bread that we will be making on Sunday. And I have made this loaf of bread that we will be having for dinner this evening. And my cousin's coming over for dinner and she loves Rewena bread. And so we'll be making this. And then, I've made this and then we'll be eating this. But what I can do for you now, and it's still really, really warm. So part of me doesn't actually want to cut into that loaf of bread, because when you cut something that's really warm, then it kind of squashes, you know how everything goes a bit doughy. So that's my slight worry. So let's go. Let's see. Look. So I'm going to show you the crumb. So that's the crumb. And isn't it just beautiful? And I'm not saying that because I made the loaf of bread. I'm saying it because it is. And that is your loaf. Isn't that? That is just beauty. That is beauty right there, people. And this is the bread that we will be making on Sunday. I promise you that. This is the bread that we'll be making on Sunday. It is absolutely beautiful. My cousin is so excited about it. She loves my Rewena bread and I love making it for her as well. So there we go. Look at that. This loaf comes from that bug. Well, that bug that we're making makes this loaf, and the technique that I will be using with you is a technique I use for make every loaf of bread that I make. So and every loaf of bread that I make turns out like that. So the bug is consistent. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted a consistent bug, you know, so we can we make consistent bread, that we can look after our bug, that it's not going to be too high maintenance, and we can look after it. So I'm really excited about us making our loaf of bread on Sunday. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and it's going to be such a pleasure. So everyone, go about your business. Thank you so much for your time. And like I said, if you've got to the end of this, then thank you for listening to me. And if you haven't, well, it doesn't really matter, because you won't be listening to me now, will you? And I will talk to you tomorrow. So tomorrow is the last day that we're going to be feeding our bug. And then on Sunday, we will be making our bread. And we're going to make it in the morning. So we'll make the bread in the morning. And then you should be able to have it by this time in the afternoon, whatever this time in the afternoon is. It is, I think it's 2ish or whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. Ka kite mawhānau.